he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Back to throw here. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Chicago.
From 21 yards away. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Score Bears 7, Panthers nothing. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Now a handoff looking right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Taken down.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
53, check 53. Coming to you, coming to you. Check 53, check 50. 60. Let's go, let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Bears take over.
22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up to score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field.
Complete.
It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 41 yards.
Down Bears.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Vincent Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Panthers nothing.
They run the counter play, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second and 13. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Panthers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
54, right there, 54 miles. Hey, come on,
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
He's taken down at
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now back throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken at the 46. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
41-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, tight, tight. 19 Lion. 56 the Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
56, Mike, 56.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Vincent Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears will extend their lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, and maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Breida to get the 3rd quarter started. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ricky. Back. Switch.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
55.
He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch the screen. Check. Lucky. 58, right over there.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Panthers nothing. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. McCaffrey on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Back to throw now on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check 24. Check 24. No street. 53. Check 53. You got nothing.
On second down, McCaffrey looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. try and throw for it here. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Mike 56. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Panther 11. Panther 11. Don't let him breathe, defense. Switch.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 18. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check. 19 tight. 19 tight. You ain't doing.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the Bears' 14-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. It's a party now. It's a party now. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Mike 50. Coming. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Getting away.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Back to throw again. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And he converts it and cuts the lead to 35-7.
Makes the score Bears 35, Panthers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ball carrier.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. He'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep. And got his man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetic. You know, to add to their score, not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
The Panthers on third down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Here we go. Black 40. Spike. White. 58. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Right there.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Pride. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Check smash. Banjo. Hey, check. Mike 50. Watch the run. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Hey, smash. Twist. 70 ranger.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll halt play here for an injury as Christian McCaffrey is slow to get up. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. The Panthers on third down. They've been stymied left and right. Converted only one time. This is 3rd and 4. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
4th down.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Go street. Get in the way.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
51 the mic, boy, 51.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Smith catches left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards there, a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
At the 31.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
56.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Cut.
18, Pioneer. Riggs. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Finding room at the 30. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's got a 1st down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Record. 56. Mike 56. Right there. 56. Watch the screen. Panther 11. 56.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Chicago.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his third pick of the game. Instead, it's third down.
I'm trying to decide on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. That is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
A beautiful fake. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Heavy on the edges. Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 20. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
3rd down and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
26 yards now.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because...
And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Bears.
Here we go. Black 40.
Not today, you are. Not today. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. You remember me? Let's go, baby. Watch the safety creep.
52 blaster. Blue striker.
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking.